health and leadership way more seriously, man. I'm so honored to have you on the show, dude. Thank you for your time today, man. Come on. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I like to kick. Looks like I lost video on there for you. All good. I don't see the video yet. No, you're good, man. We can do some editing here. It's all good, dude. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Looks like you're back. Okay, cool, man. Well, no, you're good, dude. I'll just edit that out. It won't even be an issue, man. So, uh, I like to kick the show off by going back a bit. Like, where did you grow up, though, and what was childhood like for you? Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh man, I think like as we give our life to Jesus, we tend to have these defining moments afterwards where our eyes kind of open up and go, man, it's so good that I've stepped into this relationship. But like, what was that defining moment for you in your walk with Jesus that transformed you? How you approach faith and family and leadership? Hmm. Yeah. Totally. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Come on. Dude, love it. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Sure. Man, that's so powerful. What a amazing testimony. I remember that moment for myself, like after giving my life to Jesus in 2004. But like being in my ghetto apartment in Renton, Washington, like literally on my knees, just booger crying, like feeling a relief and a weight off my shoulders, but also kind of feeling like the guilt and the shame start to come off, right? You know, give my life 20 years ago, but still struggle sometimes. Obviously, as men, we struggle with sin and we struggle with, those like doubts and fears come into our life. And that's when I have to go back to the Lord. But man, such a powerful testimony that you have there. I mean, you've always been, you're very fit and you're a very healthy guy. Like you've played sports all your life. Who was it that influenced you to kind of step into that coaching role? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, dude. Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, you impact a ton of people through your videos and the brotherhood that we'll get into, but like what practical steps do you take to ensure your relationship with Jesus stays number one, like through the busyness of being a dad and an entrepreneur and all that stuff? Like, how do you keep that relationship tight? Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Right. Mm. Yeah. 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 Mm. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. It's so important to do that. And for me, I'm a morning person as well. And so I get up typically between 3:30 and 4 a.m. every day. And so I get up and man, it's quiet time and spending time in the word and listening to worship and spending time in prayer. I actually had a pastor on probably 4 months ago that said he made a covenant with God that he wouldn't look at his phone for emails or social media or any of that until after he had that time with God. And I thought, man, that's a cool thing because wake up, I'd be getting coffee, I'd be flipping through Instagram and go, oh man, I wish I had that, or I wish I'd had that, right? And I start to get those comparative, thoughts in my head. And so I started implementing that same covenant with God and said, man, I'm not going to look at any of this until I've had my quiet time with you. That was a game changer for me to sit down and do that every morning and not have to like put the emails ahead of God or the social media notifications, right? It was all just there. Um, as I was looking through your website, you have this thing called the P4 method, which is awesome. But for those who don't know, what is the P4 method? How did you come up with this? Wow. Sure. Mm, right. Mhm. Sure. Totally. Mm, Mm, yeah. Okay. Man, so good, dude. I love that. I'm a big fan of not letting our past dictate our future, nor other people's opinions, right? And I know I struggled with victim mentality for a long time, and I think that there's still men that do that. Like, what's step one for men to break away from those chains of their past? Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Would you say that that also kind of would play into like the greatest challenge that lukewarm Christian men are experiencing today? Like that not getting uncomfortable and just being content of where they're at? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Man, such a like a wake up call, dude. Like for men. And I remember being in this. I was on at a conference in California, and I've told the story many times. But like met a guy down there named Kelly Cardenas. He's a Christian guy. He said, "Let's go watch the sunrise on the beach and read our Bibles." And I was like, "Heck yeah, dude!" So we go down there. And at this time, I was at this event where there was 50 people, 49 were millionaires. I was the one that was not. But like I was like, I want to be like those guys. I want to be a full time entrepreneur so bad. And I'm just like expressing this to Kelly on the beach, and he looks over at me and he goes, "Dude, those are all great business people, and they all got a bunch of money, but how many of them have great marriages?" And I just went, "Oh, my priorities are all wrong." Like that was this wake up call for me to go, man, I got to start putting my faith in God more. I got to start prioritizing my family more. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So powerful, man. Yeah, Judah Smith. Man, I've never actually seen that guy in person. My wife actually was a pastor and at our church when I met her, and she spoke on the same stages with him way back in the day. So, it was, yeah. So, yeah. I want to get into your brotherhood because this is awesome. Like, what are dudes going to experience when they join the brotherhood, man? Mm. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah. So huge, man. I think it's so important to have a men's group, a men's Bible study, something that a man can go to just for that accountability, but also just for that to grow in community and friendship. And it was the weirdest thing. And we went to a church for a while. We were up here in Idaho and went there and we stopped in after a few times and we asked the pastor, like, hey, do you guys have any men's pastors? Oh, yeah, we have four. Great. What men's groups do you have? We actually don't believe in men's groups. We think it's just an excuse for people to check a box. And I'm like, that is the weirdest thing, man. Jesus was like the ultimate men's group leader. Like you should be following that example. Like, and it was just like was mind blowing, man. For you, like on your journey through with Jesus, since you've really like surrendered to Him, what's been the greatest lesson that you've learned so far over that journey? Yeah, yeah, so powerful. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. Yeah. Dude, Steph, I actually love this conversation, man. There are so many men that are going to get impacted by this conversation. I hope they go and join your brotherhood, man. And look, guys, just listeners, I want you to know that I followed Steph, and then he immediately reached out to me. He says and does what he says he's going to do, man. And so he's an awesome dude to follow. You need to go catch up with him and follow him on Instagram. Follow all his channels. Join his brotherhood, man. Steph, thank you for your time, dude. It's truly an honor to have you on the show, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm gonna hit stop there. Uh, Dude, that was so good. I appreciate, man, coming.